Hi guys, good evening and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I'll be discussing the highly anticipated and very satisfying return of our favorite post-apocalyptic series. No, not The Walking Dead, although it's very much in the same vein as The Walking Dead in terms of post-apocalypticness. You know what I'm trying to say. The Last of Us is back with its season 2 premiere, and it is off to a solid start. Before I get into all of that, of course, please be warned, this is a spoiler-filled review, so if you're not caught up on The Last of Us by the end of season 1 and the season 2 premiere, you don't want to keep watching or listening, as I will be discussing spoilers. That being said, you have been warned. Let's dive right back into it. First and foremost, great seeing Joel and Ellie again. I'm so sorry their relationship has hit a bumpy road at the moment. Although it just seems like normal, typical teenage daughter angst, rebelling against the father figure in her life. Because she doesn't know what he did to save her at the end of season 1 there. In fact, I don't think he's told anybody, not even his own brother. So it's sad seeing them at this particular stage in their relationship, but hopefully things smooth out and they'll find a way back to each other again as surrogate father and daughter. Or maybe they won't. I have zero familiarity with this franchise, with this video game at all. I don't play it, so I've never played it, and I'm not about to. So I have no idea what to expect or what's to come in this season. I'm just a complete blank slate. I have no idea what to expect or anticipate, which makes it all the more exciting and gripping to watch because I have no idea what's going to happen or come next. Solid season opener. It was a great way to establish where our characters are, not just physically, but emotionally as well. Joel seeing a therapist or a psychotherapist in the apocalypse is pretty funny and ironic because everybody's mental health has been through the ringer if they're still alive after this long. He's actually trying to get help for it from the awesome and talented Catherine O'Hara, who's doing an excellent job so far as the somewhat comic relief, but also somewhat serious supporting character that they quickly establish her as the therapist. Because I know a lot of people were wondering, well, who's she playing? Who's she supposed to be? That was certainly one of my questions, because again, not familiar with the game at all, but they answered that question relatively quickly in this episode premiere, so I liked that. It's too bad that things like bigotry and homophobia exist and continue to run rampant even in the apocalypse, life after the apocalypse, as, Ellie and her new girlfriend couldn't enjoy their romantic moment at the dance, and the guy could have been nicer about it. He certainly didn't have to use the D word to describe him. I love how fast Ellie was to react, and she clearly would have kicked his ass or at least smacked him right in the face if Joel hadn't beaten her to the punch, literally. And I mean, well, not punch, but he did push the fucker down. So, but unfortunately, it did lead to another ugly moment, which is when she kind of embarrasses him in front of the whole community, saying, "I don't fucking need your help," or "I don't need you." And that certainly doesn't help their already strained relationship. So pretty emotional stuff in this season 2 opener. And then, of course, there's no shortage of interesting, fun clicker action. We saw the remains of a bear that clickers were eating, a grizzly bear. Yuck and wow. And then we saw the first signs of possible intelligent clickers, or a clicker that was seemingly resembling intelligence or strategy in terms of ambushing Ellie. And of course, it was a good reminder to let the audience know, hey, don't worry, she got bit, but she's immune, so no need to worry about her. But it was worth noting to the council of Jackson Hole, hey, there might be smart clickers out there, so just FYI, But overall, I was very pleased with the season 2 premiere. I wasn't expecting some crazy action-packed, off-the-wall, exciting opener. That would be cool, but it's also too important to establish the tone or the story that you're about to tell in a season premiere, especially for a show like The Last of Us. You know, and I know they've introduced this character, Abby, who is apparently a big deal or a big character from the game. Again, have no idea who she is or what is going to happen to her or what she's about to do, if anything. But clearly she's one of the few people mad at Joel from his murderous rampage at the end of season 1, because clearly he killed somebody important to her. And now they have seemingly found the Jackson Hole survivor camp. So we'll see what happens with that, on top of the never-ending threat of clickers, and now smart clickers, apparently. Also, was that the roots that were growing in the pipe that they busted open in the city? That was supposed to be the fungus forming in the roots, right? And I'm like, oh, there's not a person there, but that is the fungus that turns people into clickers. Uh-oh. And it's right there within the city walls. Ew. But overall, I was very pleased and very happy with the season premiere that we got. It had a little bit of everything. Character introductions, catching up on characters, where they're at physically and where they're at with each other. Some emotional stuff, some exciting clicker stuff. It had a little bit of everything. So I was very pleased and satisfied with what we got. And I think it was a solid opener to a very promising and much bigger and better season than the last season we got, which was excellent, by the way. Season 1 was excellent, but the fact that they keep hyping up season 2 so much has got me really excited. They got something special in store for us. So I hope you guys enjoyed the season 2 premiere as much as I did. What did you think of the season 2 premiere? I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings on it. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you so much for watching. The Last of Us drops new episodes every Sunday on Max. Have a great rest of your night, everybody. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.